Hello. Today I'm going to be reviewing the book Gentleman, A Timeless Guide to Fashion by Bernhard Rotzel. Let me first off say this is one of the finest books ever written about menswear. I've just to let you know a little bit about me. My name's Antonio Centeno. I own and operate a tailoredsuit.com. I'm a custom clothier, so I spend a lot of time speaking with men about menswear. I do style consultations. I've written over 100 articles, many of which I feature for free on my website. I write for blogs such as The Art of Manliness. So I spend a lot of time in this industry, and as such, I do a lot of research. I probably have read over 70 books on menswear, own probably over 50, have gone to libraries to complete research on this stuff, and just being in the industry, I would have to say that this is the book. If you're going to own one book, you cannot go wrong with what Bernhard has put together here. Again, highly recommended. I give this 5 out of 5 stars and more if I could. Compared with many of the books out there, the price in which this book is going for, if you're able to get it for less than, I would say, $50, you're getting a deal. So I think I was able to pick this up for $20. So obviously I got a steal. Now the size of the book, as you can see, it's beautiful. It's got a nice cover on it. Take the cover off, and we see right here it looks like he's used a like a pinstripe going down there, but then he has a shirt fabric in here. Overall, the build of this book is incredibly beautiful. It would work great just sitting on a coffee table, but I highly advise you read it. Overall, what I love compared to other books out there is how Bernhard has brought everything together that a man needs to know. I would say up to the mid-level. If you can read through this book and really digest everything he has to say here, you're going to be ahead of 99% of the male population. So Bernhard, what he does is he brings it together in a very nice format. And in fact, I'm going to open up the book here. I'm going to take the cover off because it gives me fits sometimes. But so when I'm going through the book, you can see he starts off by talking about grooming. Then he gets into underwear. He talks about shirts, neckties, suits, gets into casual, shoes, overcoats and jackets. He talks about hats, accessories, sweaters, and to be a bit eccentric, he even gets into the sporting life and like what you would wear riding a horse, or something that's very useful, which many men don't think about, is formal dress. And in fact, his chapter on formal dress is one of the better ones out there. Even though he only spends 8 pages on it, it's really strong. Another strength of this book are the beautiful photos. I would say he probably has well over 1,000 photographs in here. And under each photograph, he goes into detail usually about it. But all of these photographs, I think, make the book very, very easy to understand. And by giving you the visual along with the explicit description below it, it's really great. But this isn't just a picture book. He has many chapters in which he'll go into a whole here he spends a couple paragraphs talking about underwear, and he gives us a little bit of history. Other times, some very up-to-date stuff. Here he talks about the best English shirt makers and actual photographs of the front of their stores, and they do look like this. I've been there. He also gets into how to take care of clothing. So how to properly iron your shirt, how to wash it. He talks about ties. The great thing about ties, next to feeling them, this book is about as great. The photographs are very, very detailed where they need to be, and he steps out a bit where it's necessary that you see a bigger picture. So as you can see here, once he starts talking about suits, we start getting away from pictures, and he really gets it, because there's a lot of meat when it comes to this part of menswear. But he doesn't shy away from photos. So I love this photo here, because he clearly shows the English suit in all its glory. And he goes into the details here on the side. He brings in quite a bit of history, so he doesn't forget about the Duke of Windsor, or currently Prince Charles. I also like a great thing about this versus the first edition is that he gets a lot more into the Italian suit, and he talks about the Italian way of dress. The pictures really shine when he starts talking about particular fabrics, and as far as I can tell, the edition I have, the colors are true. And he doesn't forget about little details. So he gets into accessories, talks about belts. And next to, there was only a couple other books out there that do as good of a job when it comes to shoe wear. Let me quickly look at my notes. Yeah, so all of that. In addition, I feel it's very aggressively priced. If you can get this book for less than $30, you're getting a steal. I think the information in this book is worth $100, if not more. So if you get it anything, and I know it's selling quite a bit less than that, this information is great. A couple things I would improve on it, or it's kind of a double-edged sword. Because this book is so thick and extensive, it may be a bit overwhelming for a novice. And although I think the pictures really help make the book very attractive, it may be too formal or stuffy for some. Bernhard is German, and so he brings a very European view to this. And for many Americans, which is my audience and usually the men I talk to, I think about a third of this book does not apply. Although it's nice to know, you just won't see it in the United States. Let me think. If you own the first edition, which, by the way, here's a copy of the first edition here. And as you can see, they are very similar. In fact, they're both around 350 pages. Very similar in size. If you own the first edition, it may not be worth upgrading. If you can get this second edition at a great price, I highly recommend it. I felt it was worth the money, but for the average person, it may not be. Compared with Dressing the Man, which is, I'll just do a quick size comparison here, and you can see the difference here. It's really, Dressing the Man is about an inch taller, but Dressing the Man doesn't go into as much detail, and I felt that Gentleman really is the book when it comes to menswear. Dressing the Man is great. I think it's more of an American perspective, but Gentleman is just the most all-encompassing. And compared with, here's another popular book, The Indispensable Guide to Classic Men's Clothing. As you can see, there's a huge difference here, and Gentleman trumps that book. Although they're really geared towards different audiences, but Gentleman, just the photos, I think are incredibly powerful. So my final recommendation, I'm going to give this 5 out of 5 stars on Amazon. Just if you're going to purchase one book on menswear, again, you cannot go wrong with this book. I highly recommend it.